Hello YouTube, today we have got episode 7 on the model farm. So today is a bit of a different episode. We've got more seeding today, as well as, I know slurry ended like 15 days ago, but now they're parking it all up. We've got spraying, rolling, more reseeding, transporting, and the hedge cutter's back. So, and dare I say it, more manure. So sorry for all this manure that's going on. I think it's now 7 episodes that we've been doing it for, so yeah, but sorry about that. But let's get started. So over in the town it's really busy, to be fair, really busy. We've got a lorry here, old breakdown lorry, not really, but like a flatbed, and he's going to a scrapyard to drop off a bunch of scrap that he's got. So he's got an old burnt out Massey, don't know what age or year or model it is, and then an old cab from a John Deere and some gates. So he's going to be selling that off, make a few bob, and he's just pulled over. I think they've just pulled over to get a few drinks. Got 2 lads in the Landy Discovery. We've got that old Discovery and then a new Discovery that I've just made. So they're just pulled in. We've got the old Transit, as you know, that's not started, so that's just been gathering a bit of leaves from the tree. I think there's a tree behind here, so courses there, crouch and pickup. It's really busy, to be fair. We've got T3 parking up. Tight space, to be fair. Hard to get spaces in this town of Hedge, the historic village of Hedge, should I say. And here we've got a custom model that I've made. So, not the John Deere, albeit it's a very nice John Deere. Very nice John Deere's, should I say, actually. But got this manure spreader, which is a second attempt on I think it's a belt spreader, is it? Where it's sort of like curved, and then it spreads it out like that way instead of with the new ones where you'd see it, they go out both ways. So that's interesting. I'm really happy with that. That's made out of clay, if you're wondering. And then just got Siku tyres and painted and all of that stuff. Got another John Deere, pimped up one this time with a bunch of white paint and stickers and stuff on. And he's hauling a bit more manure. And then the Drott excavator is coming on the old 6R. And this road is probably really bad because it's a double track road somehow. And yet, if you look at that, that Land Rover's not going to be able to get through there, and he's not going to be able to get through there. So I think it widens, it's just this bit narrows, but anywho, we won't comment on that. Moving down into this field, we've got Jim back on the farm. He's helping out, he's on the voucher, I think, and he's doing his seeding job here, planting some winter barley, I think. No, what? Not winter, but yeah, winter barley. And no, it's not winter, is it? But it's winter barley. Yeah, a bit early, but judging by this year's harvest, we need to get the crops in as early as we can, don't we? But because I think rain's on the way, so they'll probably all, the seeds will probably, because this is on a slant, they'll probably all just get pushed out. But hey ho. You win some, you lose some, but they've had to borrow the neighbour's JCB because the Volvo is just too heavy duty for this job. It would compact the soil, but also the arm just doesn't extend. So they're going to lend that to their neighbour next week, I think, for a few jobs around the farm. Got the old Transit on the seed tender. I think he's got tanks and stuff and fertiliser, because I think that Amazon does apply seed and fertiliser. But they're after doing this field and now onto this one, and they're going to pack up for the night. Got a few cars. Old Jim's Landy's parked there, and gone a bit quieter down in this part here. For some reason Jim's parked his Landy here. I think he was in a rush, but one of the lads who was hiring out this massive slurry tanker, don't know, I think he must have just forgotten to give it back, and now he's giving it back like blooming almost a week now. Almost a week since or like 5 days since he borrowed it. But he's got a nice pimped up Volvo. But he's just realised he can't park it into this space that he was told to. So he's had to call somebody round. So I think the daughter's coming round to move the landing. Jim is a bit stupid. He always leaves his keys in, and they've clocked that now. Transit's just going by. Fields, not really got anything to say about that field, to be fair. As we jump over, nice Landy and Beamer. We've got some lads filming a very nice MB track. So I think this is Jim's son actually doing this job, because I think they're short-staffed, but also Jim's son asked if he could use the MB track on the roller to roll in some of the crops, and obviously David and Jones said take her away. So some lads are after coming in, not expecting to see a MB track, and obviously gates are open. What else better to do than come and film it? Would have been helpful if they hadn't sort of parked there and maybe parked on the tillage. I mean, I know it's planted, but hey ho, because now the fence, which is coming down after doing a couple of fields, I think they've got 3 fields down there, so he's after doing that, and he's coming back with the Amazon sprayer. First sighting, I think, of the Amazon sprayer, I think. Don't know. But he's just a bit annoyed, but hey ho, he's probably going to become famous now, as long as they get his consent. Straw lorry heading for the west. I think he's going north. Is that north? I think it is. But anyway, he's probably heading to the west, and I think he's been booked in for next week for Mick and Andy. So that's interesting. We'll see what that's all about. I mean, you probably can guess, bearing in mind it's a straw lorry. And we'll see as well what's going on in Mick and Andy's in a second. But we've got one of the lads, I think this is Jones. He's just driving down after doing a long drive. And he's got seed, and I think fertiliser will be coming tomorrow. But that's the month's seed buy, and that's for him and his neighbours, because they normally would they do quite a few contracts and sometimes sell off a bit, because obviously, as you know, seed and fertiliser go up. I think it's mainly fertiliser. Transit's just there, and I think Mick's just come round to say hello to Alan. As you know, they've tipped a bit of manure here, and this field's now getting busy, as you've got the 2 silage bales, the dog, you've got the manure, and you've got Alan, and he's after parking the landy there, just because in case any sheep ran out, to be fair, because he owns that road, doesn't he? So yeah, I think there's a few fields owned by other farmers down there, but they have to come in a different way. But sheep are doing all right. And I think Mick's just come round for a cup of tea. He's after doing a bit of jobs. And the JCB was already revving and working, so we thought, why not take that round? He also might need to move a bit of muck for Alan. Looks like some reseeding is going on here with not David and Jones contractors. Now, we saw this contractor last week, and I think he's now been booked in. But honestly, I don't understand what's gone over Mick. Why would you book in another contractor who I think I've heard is actually more expensive? I mean, I could totally understand it if you don't think that the tractor's going to fit through here, because I mean that New Holland hardly did. But come on, like, they're your neighbours. But anyway, we could be missing something crucial. So the class is just there, and the New Holland's just after doing its second pass. Quite a small field, to be fair. I think it's 1 or 2 acres, which I don't know, maybe. I mean, it's their smallest field that they've got, I think. I don't know. I don't really know how big a acre or hectare is. Bull's doing the job. Won't say too much about that, but TB testing will be on next, I think. Sorry, that was irritating me. Livestock trailer and stuff is parked there. Sorry, tanker's parked up, but no manure spreader. I wonder why. Got the Mini just driving past, and now the lads are after clearing out this shed here, as we can see. Just got a road sign in there from when the cows will leave their road signs. But no blame, remember. But I think they're going to park the field marshal, which I don't think we've ever seen a field marshal out in the open before, in that shed just for the time, and then they're going to put all the tools and stuff in there because they're getting a big delivery of straw for when they bring the cows in, because straw prices are cheaper, I think, to buy, because I think they've gone up, the straw prices, but to buy them now, because there's more, there's less demand, so probably some logic in that. Got the hedge cutter in. Now this is something I wasn't expecting. I thought it would at least be a week since we see the hedge cutter moving. It has been a week, but 2 weeks maybe. But no, the county is still doing it, and this is what the county would have been doing in 2000. And since most years, I think they missed 2024, but in this year, this is the first time, I think, that they're doing it themselves using that. I think it's an old McConnell, to be fair, but it's white, so I don't know about that. But got the traffic cone just to tell people. I think that's got a bit of a beacon on it as well. But got the lads there, the old boy racers, after driving through the country lanes, thinking nobody can catch them. But now they're trapped between the county and the old British Leyland, which is great. You notice that the roads are getting really muddy because of the manure and all, and it's a bit of a windy day, so some of the manure from this pile is blowing over, so he decided to come and make a bit of bob by scraping and brushing the road. Not with his hands though, with the tractor. And obviously the cows are getting really excited. I think it is TB testing next week, so that's something to look forward to, as well as straw. Blooming heck, what a lot to do. But here's probably what you've all been waiting for, and this is easily my favourite part. We've got the old manure spreader, the first time ever seeing this manure spreader actually doing work, and got the old Merlot. This is a proper setup, I think. They have nearly done this field, then they're going to move on to that field, then they've got 3 more, I think, so all big size fields, and then the rest are cow fields. So I think they will put the cows on this field eventually, because as you can see the troughs are here and there, and yeah, you've got the new troughs, which I think are made out of clay, but very nice, to be fair. But yeah, we'll see. But it's a horrible smell, to be fair. Really stinks, especially in that Leyland. It's got no windows, so, and all the boy racers have got their windows down. So please comment down below what your favourite part was. If it was me, it would either be the hedge cutting or that beautiful MB track. I know it's dirty, I know it's battered, but just good to see Jim's son as well, and the MB track. Maybe we'll see another tractor like the Fendt Xylon. Maybe. Not that they need any more tractors. I mean, if they wanted another one, they would take the head cutter off the XM37, but they didn't do that, did they? Anyway, this has got too long. I think we're going to have to prepare ourselves for long videos. But thanks for watching. Thank you for everybody who stays tuned for these videos, as it's pure dedication. I could not do this. But thank you all for sticking, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.